Hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
How many do we have? How many people are here? It says 0 viewers. That's a lie.
Yeah, I know that's not true.
How many viewers do we have?
Hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
How many do we have?
Oh, pause that.
Mute.
Oh, yeah. How many viewers? It says we have 0 viewers. Someone tell us below how many viewers are here because we can't see it for some reason. Oh, 5 viewers. There's more than 5 people here. There's more than 5 people in the chat. 18. There we go. Now they're catching up. Hi, everybody. We are going to be starting our question answering in 5 minutes. So, hello, Lindsay. Hello, Denise. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Megan. Hello, Gladys. Oh, man. There's a lot here today. Happy Friday. Jacqueline says happy Friday. Not that it matters when you work for yourself. That's not true because we take Saturdays off. So
And I pretty much took today off.
yeah, I worked today for a while. I'm dressed up today because it was 50th day at my daughter's school, our daughter's school. And you were supposed to dress in 50s attire. So, and I was like the only person dressed up. Felt pretty
I remember
silly.
how to spell it.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
It's Mark with a C. M-A.
Oddly enough, I had to register to vote 3 different times.
Yeah.
Because even though I filled it out myself, I don't know if they thought I was spelling it wrong or what, but every time I got my voter registration card, it had the wrong letter for my first name.
And what's even worse is his middle name is Anthony.
Without an H.
Antony. And he kept getting M-A-R-K Anthony on like credit cards and everything else.
Everything.
So let's see. Hi, Cheryl. Sandra, you mean you are the only cool mom? I was one of only a few moms there. So, but I got to do ice cream floats with the kids. So that was super fun. You guys, some of you know this. I used to teach preschool. So I taught preschool for 3 years. 2 years were while I was in high school. And then I moved on to actually work at the preschool where I did my schooling at. So let's see. Weird name too. Totally get it. Hi, Deborah. Hello, guys. So today we are going to be talking about Black Friday, and I wanted to quickly talk about my pre-launch. So if you were at my pre-launch yesterday for Art by Starla Moore, post in the comments and let me know what you thought of that craziness. It was a ridiculous day. We were both there, but he was off camera taking care of the tech. But let me know in the comments if you were there for the pre-launch party. It was ridiculous. How many orders did we get for the pre-launch?
I don't know. A lot.
I sold out of. So here's the thing. I made all this stock for Christmas, for Black Friday, and I thought, okay, I will just overstock for this launch. And I ended up pretty much selling everything. And I knew I was going to sell out of a lot of things, but there's only a few things that are going to carry over for my Black Friday sales. So while that's very exciting, I'm super stressed about Black Friday now because all my stock that I accumulated, like over 600 keys now, ended up selling yesterday. So it was ridiculous. Yes, everybody's saying that they were there. I remember all of you. Yes, it was a very, very crazy day on Facebook. They blocked him in the Facebook group, even though he is an admin. They blocked him from posting links to people for the pre-launch. And then he logged into my account on the laptop.
We got a warning that it was going to block us.
Like, that's my
it's
account.
Her page. Yeah, I even filled out the little error report thing. It said, why do you think this was incorrect? I put, because it's my page.
Yeah. So that's never happened before. And I've done a lot of pre-launches like that. And I think it was just because he was doing it on the laptop rather than the primary desktop. Because when I got on to do it and send out links, it worked fine. So we're going to talk about pre-launches and Black Friday and all that goodness with you guys.
And I have a few links and stuff. I know there were a lot of questions about computers. I'm not going to delve super into detail because I know that a lot of people aren't super tech savvy. And I'm sorry if I say anything that's a bit intimidating. It's just kind of how tech is.
In terms of tech words.
Yeah, in terms of tech words and stuff like that. If I was to go into detail for all of those, these would be hours long. So I'm probably not going to go too deep into it. But I do have a little page with a couple of minimum requirements for like buying a new computer that I personally recommend. And then brands and stuff like that, you could totally up to you. Obviously, you've heard my recommendations before. I'll go through a couple again today, but I got a few different things that I'll show you guys today.
Okay, well, let's see. It is now 4:00 our time. Sandra says that it was very cool, but now I'm also intimidated by having to run my own pre-launch party. Here's the thing about pre-launches. It is a labor of love, and it never gets any easier. It is always stressful, but you have to have a passion for the chaos and the passion for the madness to make it possible. But anybody can do it, trust me. And I am going to kind of go over what I do for those pre-launch parties. Why did it get so dark? Is it because it's darker outside?
I don't know.
Lighting's like dark.
It looks fine.
I'm going to go over how I do my pre-launches with you guys. That way you can begin kind of planning your own if you're planning to do that. So for everybody who knows how to run product lines, doing like a 10-piece product line. And if you don't know how to do that, you definitely need to type right now somewhere into a text document or write it on a piece of paper, freehandmadetraining.com. That is Renee Christine's free handmade training, and that is going to help you a ton. So if you haven't done that, you might be lost on this part. So for pre-launches, biggest question I've been getting is, how do you do them? How do you make your listings on Etsy private so only your VIPs can buy them? And it's super simple, guys. All you have to do is put all your listings into drafts and then change the first thumbnail to, something that says VIPs only, VIP listing only. And when you do that, I personally move all of those listings to the back end of my Etsy shop, just, the last page, right? When I activate them, that way they're not the first thing, just, the average Joe Schmo shoppers see. And then when people, one by one, I will list the products in my Facebook group. I'll let people know what the price is before and after the discount. I let them know how many I have in stock. And then I tell them to comment sold when they want to claim that product. And then from there, we just link them to the private VIP listing. And these launch parties take time, but like, for example, yesterday I sold, I'll just say a lot. I sold a lot. It was hectic. People were freaking out and things sold out. But on a normal launch where I just put products in the shop and tell people, okay, they're live, people think, oh, I've got all the time in the world to stroll over and buy this product. I have, plenty of time. And it doesn't create that scarcity. But everybody who's in the comments right now who was there will tell you that yesterday, right when something listed, we had products sell in under 10 seconds. Sell out. Like, not just sell out completely. And these weren't like one-of-a-kind products. We had, the Game of Thrones inspired sets. So there were 13 of those, and they sold in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. We had some that didn't even make it to 10 seconds.
Yeah, and it's not like they were like $5 products. Like, those were $55 each. So
and their neck pieces too.
Yeah,
we sold the 3 neck pieces, which were all what,
150.
150, but they were 105 yesterday.
Yeah,
and those all sold within maybe a minute.
Yeah. So yes, pre-launches
work.
They work. They're fantastic. So I'll definitely do a video that goes deeper into pre-launches and how to do those later on. But if you have any specific questions, feel free to ask them down below. All right, so let's jump into questions, guys. You guys are more than welcome to start posting questions down below.
And we'll probably cut you guys off questions probably around 5:15, so I can touch on my stuff. And I think 5:30 is going to be our goal for cutting it off today. We got some stuff we need to do afterwards.
Because we've been doing these for like two and a half to 3 hours.
We have stuff we got to do tonight, so probably cut this one a little bit earlier.
So to ask us some questions, be sure to scroll because it kind of messes up. The neck pieces were so amazing. Thank you. Those are the first time I've used opals like that. You're not late. You're not late, Shannon.
Love to learn more about your pre-launches. Once it's done, the replay will be there, or you can just rewind it now. You might just want to stay in just in case you have any questions, but we just finished talking about the pre-launch.
Yeah, but if you have a specific question about pre-launches, aside from how to do it, which I explained previously, feel free to let me know, and I would be more than happy to do that.
How far in advance do you start planning your pre-launches?
I plan it the same as I would plan a product launch because I do a pre-launch. Like yesterday was my pre-launch and today I did the public launch. So for pre-launches, I usually start 3 weeks before the pre-launch and I make it big. Like, I don't know if anybody's been following my personal pre-launch holiday marketing, but I make it the most amazing event ever. And then I do a huge giveaway that I kind of use to get people there. And I tell them in an email, you know, even if you're not shopping today, you should still come to the pre-launch because I'm giving something away. And even if you don't buy anything, you can enter. And usually those people who say, oh, I'm just going to go and hang out so I can get this free thing, they end up buying. So always host a great giveaway for your pre-launches.
I think this was the next
Jacqueline.
one. I really need help with pre-launches. I've been doing mini one-of-a-kind collections in between normal collections, and they sell pretty quick, but it would be fun to do a little party. I think the replay is still on Facebook for the pre-launch, isn't it? We left the video up, didn't we?
Yeah, but I think Jacqueline was there. What in particular? So I've done mini pre-launch, like mini launches before, and they're pretty successful, but nothing beats having a huge event. So if you have any specific questions about that, feel free to ask. Other than that, I can make a video. The thing about videos is I need to have a launch. Like, I need to be doing a pre-launch to shoot a pre-launch video. And when I do pre-launches, it is so hectic and so stressful. Like, I'm not a likable person leading up to a pre-launch.
Neither am I.
Well,
yes, I rolled my eyes.
I'm not a likable person, and I don't like the last thing I want to be doing at that time is filming a video.
I mean, anybody that was there, the night before, I mean, we were up until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning editing pictures, got 3 hours of sleep, and then once we put our kid on the bus, we were right back on it. So
yeah, we got up at what?
Which that was a little bit, our fault for not doing things a little bit earlier. But
well, it was
there was other stuff too.
We had a supplier who didn't ship our supplies on time, so I had to work up until the last minute of the launch. So it was crazy, but we got it done. We always get it done. It's just, you got to live for the chaos. Deborah, Jennifer, what do you use to manage the pre-launch and get people there? What do you mean to get people to so the pre-launch I do in my Facebook group, which if you want to join, that is the Art by Starla Moore Key Keepers Club. And to get people there, I just do my normal marketing. I make posts on Facebook. I post previews and teasers of the products, and I tell people that they can I'll post a picture of a key that I know for a fact is going to sell out. And I say, this product will only be launching in the Key Club Facebook group, and it will sell out. So you need to be here on this day. Mark your calendars. And then I send out emails just like I do for you guys for these streams. I'll do an email and I'll just tell people to be there at this time, mark it on your calendar, and to expect things to sell out because things sell out in seconds. And I have the social proof for that because everybody here in the comments saw how fast things sell out.
All right.
Deborah,
I think we were actually just talking about this. Hey there, can you walk us through how we can point a domain to our Etsy store or to a MailChimp without breaking the internet? We don't really do that, so we might be able to comment a little bit on it, or she might, but we don't really do that. That's applications that you have to use for that, and we've never done it. So
right, we can't recommend an application that we've never used, but alphas in the comments, I know that some of you use your domain to direct you to your Etsy shop, like www.mydomainname.com. You click on that and it leads straight to your Etsy shop. So if anybody knows of any external applications that do that, please leave them in the comments to help Deborah.
All right, Robin Share Smoot. This is about your first pre-launch. When did your first product launch? Did have other products already available, or were you starting from scratch all the way around?
Wait.
When you did your first product launch,
did you have other products already available? No, okay. For me personally, I did not. For me personally, I started by just throwing crap in my shop willy-nilly, and I didn't start doing product launches until about a year before I met Renee Christine, so I wasn't good at it because I was just kind of, collections sounded like a good idea before I knew anything about collections, so I did start doing collections on my own, but I did have products in the shop. So if you're starting from scratch yourself, my recommendation would be to create an email list on MailChimp and start gaining hype. and releasing teasers for whatever it is that you're creating, and then begin, telling people, okay, my first collection's about to launch. You're the very first people who are going to see it. Aren't you excited? It's the best day ever.
Yeah.
And get them super excited. And, your first launch probably won't be super successful. Like,
it's just like any business, it takes time. Like a lot of people, even if we told you to do it, like if we set up a shop for you, exactly how she does it, that we know works because it's working for us, it would still take time. I mean, you're not just going to jump on Etsy and immediately start raking in the money. It's like I've said in a lot of previous videos, consistency is key. And with Etsy, it's the same thing. Like you'll definitely make some sales on your first couple of launches, but it's going to take,
if you market correctly.
But it's going to take time to get to that point where you're going to have massive, like, with her pre-launch, massive launches where people are fanatic and like need the product. It's going to take time to get to that point, but it will get there.
And you have to condition people to be like that.
Oh yeah.
That's
how marketing works.
You can't just throw products online. You have to take the necessary steps to condition them to buy. For me, that's pre-launches, because though most of the products are available today for the launch that were released yesterday, there's a lot of products that launched yesterday that are available today, and people are, a couple of invoices went unpaid. For example, I have this key. Ooh, grab it. This key sold out yesterday entirely. And people were mad that this key sold out. They were upset that it was gone. This morning, a couple people didn't pay their invoices, and I had 3 of them available this morning. And I announced that, 3 of them are still available, and there's still like 1 in the shop, I think. So even though people were fighting over them yesterday, because we made it like a big event and people were there and they wanted to buy it that very second, they were more willing to freak out over the product. So you have to create that scarcity and make your brand worth, being there for. So does that make sense? You got to get people excited.
And just kind of, for example, I forget which store I forget which store in the mall it was, but I mean, you get hammered, especially around the holidays, you get hammered with ads, right? I think it was Kohl's, possibly. We'll just say it was Kohl's. You get hammered, 30% off sale, 15% off all shirts and jeans, this, that, and the other. And then we had a year we went into the mall, and I noticed, and I pointed it out to her because I think it was when we were just getting into the marketing aspect of your business. And they throw all of this marketing at you, but then you look and you go into the store and there's not a single clothing rack in the store that doesn't have a giant red banner that says
sale.
On sale. And I looked at every single banner that I could see. The little price tag thing that they have on the top with the prices on them, every single one of them had a red banner that said sale. There was not a single rack in the store that didn't. So it takes time. Like, you can market as much as you want, but until you get to that point where you can market to larger groups and larger audiences, this is kind of a bad example because it's a store and they have commercials, but it's the same concept. Once people start hearing about your sales, it doesn't matter how big the sale is or what the sale is you're doing in the shop. People are going to hear about it, and over time, you're going to bring more people in and be able to sell more products with the same sales and stuff like that.
And social proof is important. Social proof is when you actually have people who are there to say, I know that these products sell out fast. When they see the social proof of all the products selling out, it drives people to buy more because they want to be a part of that.
I'm just checking to make sure there's no dirty folks in there again.
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen again. All right. Denise, I'm totally lost with when to market.
When to market what, Denise?
I'm assuming for products.
Well, yeah, but just normal products, holiday marketing, things like that. Could you be a little bit more specific, Denise, and we'll get to you in a minute? Thank you. Jennifer. Okay.
Okay. A bunch of people helping. I'm reading through to make sure we don't miss any comments.
What about Jennifer up there?
I wasn't specific. I'm alcohol drinking as I'm listening. There's no question involved in this.
Oh, okay.
It was the previous question that was on there.
Okay.
Okay. People helping Deb. All right. I have a hard time with Jacqueline. I have a hard time with what to post in a group. Do I keep it fresh and active between launches when I only launch like twice a year? I do think I need to release more often.
Yeah, I mean, Are you a member of I'm pretty sure you're a member of my group, Jacqueline. You see the type of things I do. I post, I do little contests, and you don't have to do just contests as long as you are engaging with your fans, because honestly, one thing about all humans that every human has in common is that we all love to talk about ourselves. So if you give them the opportunity to talk about themselves, like say, post a photo of your dog in the comments, even if it doesn't like really necessarily pertain to your brand image, anything that you could fit in there, post a photo, or what is your favorite movie to watch on a rainy Friday, things like that. And they comment, if you take the time to engage with them, it makes them feel special. Doesn't it feel special when someone takes a genuine interest in your interests? And they see you as the superstar. This is your group. And when you call them out, it makes them feel very special. So consider talking about more than just your product and give them a reason to be there. What is going to make them want to chat? What's going to get them going? Engagement is like the key to running a successful group.
Lindsay, is it worth doing a pre-launch for your signature collection the day before opening? I've already started a group to build the brand first and get some followers.
Yeah, totally. In fact, that's going to ensure that you're going to get some buyers. So definitely try doing a pre-launch.
Domain provider. Putting these teasers into emails to your lists. How to build the list.
All right, Lenore, it sounds like you need to go and watch Renee Christine's video on building a MailChimp list. You're going to need to build your email list on MailChimp because that's like the easiest list to do it on. And Renee Christine just released a full MailChimp tutorial. If anybody has a second to post Renee Christine's MailChimp tutorial in the comments for me real quick. She released it like a couple weeks ago, so it should be right at the top of her channel. That would be super helpful.
Question, Denise, you said you put your pre-launch items in the shop, and yeah.
McRib marketing.
I love McRibs.
That's great marketing, by the way.
You said you put your pre-launch items in your shop in draft mode. When do you make them live and put them at the back of your shop?
I do it so when I put them into draft mode and I'm about to announce my collection or my pre-launch party, I do it like 10 minutes before the pre-launch begins.
Yep. The last product is good to go, published by about 10 minutes or so beforehand.
Yeah, and then I just put them in the back end of the shop. That way no one can actually see
if for some reason you have anybody that's like fanatical fans are great, but if you have anybody that's like a fanatical fan that just ends up buying a couple of those things before the launch actually happens, refund them their money.
Right, because
you don't want people doing anything bad like that, and it's not going to hurt you any to refund their money, and it's not fair that they would do something like that. So it's kind of like an integrity thing with your fans, but I can't help it. That's probably the best way to go about it. You can refresh the page in your orders, and if you see the thumbnail for the product that you had the custom thumbnail for, like she said before, then you just refund the money for that. And
you let them know kindly. Say, oh, this was a pre-launch item, and we haven't started the pre-launch yet. So you can buy it when we start, but you have to do it when we do the actual pre-launch,
She's nicer about things than I am. Shannon
you have
Williams.
to be nice to people.
No. Shannon, do you do limited edition pieces? If so, how many is a good number to offer?
Shannon, that is a question that I don't think I can answer because that 100% depends. Make it what's limited to you. Limited to me and limited to you are going to be two entirely different things. Limited to me could be like 100. Limited to you could be 5, so
right. That's also going to depend on popularity too. When you're buying a product, if some company you've never heard of or some company that you've never bought anything from says they're doing something limited edition, how likely are you going to want to buy that? So once you get to a point, and I don't know your shop specifically, so I apologize if I'm offending, but once you get to a point where you have a lot of crazy fans, and there's quite a few people that would want to buy your limited edition pieces, that's probably a better time to do so. But that doesn't mean that that's not a bad idea to market it that way, because that's not going to turn somebody off from buying your product either.
Right. It just might not be as successful.
Right. It's not going to be as significant until you have those crazy fanatical fans that she talks about in her YouTube videos. But it won't hurt you to sell limited edition pieces. And how many my opinion on that, just however many you think you can and how special you want the product to be. If you want it to be one of a kind, make it one of a kind and stick to that.
But price more.
You can make holiday special editions where you're only selling things for Christmas or the holidays. Seasonals. Yeah, if you want to do something like that, well, she does have a couple of things that she's done like that. So that's totally I do them personal every opinion. Holiday. Totally personal opinion when it comes to that one. Love the glasses. Me too.
I had to switch the glasses. These give me a headache because they're too big for my face. Sandra? Did she? Oh, okay. She's
gonna. I'm skipping this stuff over the domains because there's like helping. 20 comments on that.
Oh wait, Denise reiterated your collection before you release. What was the beginning of that question?
Right here.
Okay, you said you pre-launch items in your shop and drop. No, the one before that. Because we asked her to reiterate her question.
Move your hand. I can't see.
Let's see.
I don't think so, honey.
Well, if I'm understanding that correctly, it was how early do you start marketing your collection? And
oh yeah,
I just it depends really. For me it's 3 weeks because I only need 3 weeks to get people crazy. But I start teasing, like for example, yesterday during the pre-launch, I told people I'm already planning the January collection. So I'm just not full out marketing it. Hi, Amy.
Rob and Smoot. I'm terrible with names. You've heard me say that before. I need to find ways to get people to join my list. I've had 10 sales, but they were all to the same person, so I'm not getting a lot of traffic.
To get people on your list, you need to offer them something in return. Nobody likes to join an email list. It sounds gross. You have to be able to offer them a really great coupon and tell them that your email list is where you send like the best stuff. And if you're not marketing your list with really appealing photos and wording, then they're not going to join. Because the idea of joining an email list is scary. Like nobody wants to do that. They're afraid that you're going to sell their email or their emails and spam them. So you really got to reassure them, one, that you're not going to spam them, and two, that they're actually going to find value in what you're doing.
EJ McDonald. I sell 8x10 photo canvas art. Am I able to purchase tabletop easels to display them from a retailer and sell those as an accessory to my product?
Yes.
Yes. The only time you can't sell something that you've bought is if it says not for resale on it.
Right. And on Etsy, you can do an add-on to your product. Like if you have your listing and then you have, your variations. If you wanted to do just the canvas for this price or pay plus $10 for this easel, just make sure that you specify that you didn't make the easel.
Yeah, don't rebrand it.
Yeah.
That'll end you in hot water.
For example, if I wanted to sell a necklace for $50 in my shop, but I bought bracelets to go with it, and I just bought those bracelets, on eBay or something, and I wanted to do for $10 more plus $10 in the variations plus bracelet, you can do that. You just need to make sure that somewhere in the listing you point out that you did not make the secondary product, the add-on.
Shannon, YouTube isn't letting me post a link. You can't post links in the live chat on the video.
You can post the name of your shop though, and that's fine.
If you want to post a link, the easiest thing to do is to after the dot for the .com, just put a space there. People can copy and paste it themselves, but just make sure you keep it clean. I don't know who Shannon is, so I just be safe.
Shannon's fine.
I figured, but
we had a weird creeper in the group last time.
Yeah, we had. Yeah, he was. It was funny.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, let me post the link. Okay, somebody already did Eastwood Designs. Limited edition example for me, Denise. If I buy 10 yards of fabric and will not be buying more, and I decide to use it all, make one item, it's limited. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. It's all by your definition. When it comes to limited edition, that can mean so many different things that it's totally up to you.
Just make sure that you're charging more for those types of products. Don't, if you're doing it limited, it's going to be worth more to people. So yeah,
if you sell something for $50 and it's limited edition, make it like $60, $65
or
more, depending on how limited it is and how much it costs you, obviously.
I had some pieces released yesterday, my chokers, which I only release them for special occasions. And here they are. And I sold these yesterday. Well, the original price was going to be 150, but with their discount, they got them for 105. But that I only, I priced them that high because they're limited. I only make 3 of them. So
Lindsay, oh no, I was cut off. Did you answer the question? Sorry. Yes, we did answer your question. So once the live stream's over, the replay should go up as long as everything goes good there and you can catch up.
Yes.
There probably maybe 5 minutes from now if you want to look at how long it's been recording. Or you can, before you go out of this, as soon as it's done, just rewind the live broadcast. All right. What was that? Yeah. Question. I can do a video about URL redirect this afternoon. Could I post the link to the group?
Sure.
Yeah, just post it in the on the Facebook page.
Yeah, on our Facebook group. And anybody who isn't a member of the Handmade Alpha Facebook community, that is linked below. So be sure to join that because that's like where we do everything. That's like where all the goodies are.
Or Quidia? How often should I send emails to my subscribers before Black Friday?
I wouldn't overload them. Personally, I'm going to let my people know.
Damn it.
Oh no, the person is back. No, it's a different one.
No, Drake is love, Drake is life. I bet it was somebody in the stream trying to be funny.
Okay, well, guys, just ignore all of the spam comments. We're reporting them now. So where is that? How often should I send emails to my subscribers before Black Friday? Ignore the creepy, nasty comments down there.
It's gone.
Okay. Before Black Friday, what I would recommend is don't do it like
The comment, I'm sorry.
it's so bad. That's
my kind of humor, so I'm sorry. I can't help it. That was funny.
Anyway, I would recommend starting by maybe, for me, I'm going to start this week, but when I send out my announcement that there's going to be a Black Friday sale that they need to pay attention and watch out for, I'm going to stack that on top of an email that's going to have a giveaway. So my monthly giveaway will be posting this week. So I'll send out an email that says, here's the giveaway, click here to enter. Oh, by the way, I'm going to be sending you the biggest unadvertised discount ever on this date, and you're not going to want to miss it. Last year, everything in my shop sold out in seconds. So I would just say don't do it too much. Maybe one this week, and then maybe one at the beginning of the week before Black Friday, and then the one the night before Black Friday, like on Thanksgiving. And then I'm personally starting my Black Friday sale at 9 p.m. on Thanksgiving because it's going to give people more time, and I'm not going to get buried in all of the inboxes of all the places that are going to be sending those Black Friday emails like at midnight. So just pro tip, send your emails out way earlier, that while they're eating Thanksgiving dinner, and that's going to help you a lot because you're not going to get buried by all the spam emails that they're going to get.
Unless you're like me and I get over 100 Black Friday emails because I do all my shopping online. So, Claudia, is a 20% lifetime coupon or 30% one time for sign up on a newsletter better?
I do 30% lifetime, but that's up to you. I don't think anything's better. Most people, when they see 30% off, like their heart jumps. So what I do is I don't advertise my coupons as being lifetime, but I let them know like, oh, if you guys use your coupon today, I'm not gonna pay attention to that. You guys go ahead. I'll look the other way. So I'm making sales, so it doesn't matter. I've priced with the discount in mind, and you guys should be doing that. Always price with whatever discount that you have, in your head. Just price according to that, and you'll be fine.
April, my Etsy listings are mostly made to order because I use my already complete items for shows. Is that going to hurt my sales significantly?
No, it's more. No, it's just going to make things harder for you if you end up getting,
Except for SEO.
100. Well, if they're made to order, she should already have listings up. She's got listings, right, so she can do SEO for those.
I think she was talking about she makes the listings as she makes
my Etsy listings.
When somebody orders it.
It just depends. If you've got listings already up in your shop, like, you know, oh, here's a picture of this necklace. It's made to order. When you order it, I'll make it, but it'll look like this. You know, that's fine because you can do the SEO for that. But if you've only got like one listing and it's, oh, I'll make you anything you want. I'll make you any necklace. That's going to be, it's the hardest part with doing that is that it's going to make things harder for you when you end up with a bunch of sales and, you know, not a lot of time to make them. I recommend always having like products ready to go. It just makes things a lot easier. And, you know, you can save your products for shows. Just you know, maybe go on vacation mode or use the Etsy card swiper while you're doing shows. That way it deducts straight from your inventory, and that'll help you make more sales because you'll have more inventory in your shop.
Dakota, should we start promoting for Black Friday now, or is it too soon? You just covered that, didn't you?
Yeah, but you can. I'm gonna start promoting for Black Friday this week, so yeah, you can start now. I recommend you start now.
Newegg had a pretty cool idea, and I'm gonna be going over Newegg here in a couple of minutes just to show you guys how to navigate it.
And I will teach you guys about the marketing that they're using too.
Anyway, they do every Friday. They do a sale every Friday leading up to Black Friday, and obviously at Black Friday they do their biggest sales. But they send out an email every Friday reminding you that, hey, we've got a new deal this Friday. Hey, we've got a new deal this Friday. So that's a pretty cool way to market, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. Amy Profit, if you're doing a special seasonal giveaway, do you think I should also sell pieces using the same fabric, or keep it just for the giveaway, then bring it out next year?
I think that it's good to have whatever you're giving away to also sell it, because then if they don't win it, they will go buy it. If they want it badly enough, the giveaway almost acts as an advertisement for that product. So,
yeah, he was back. Where'd he go? Let's see. How do you add a seasonal item when doing artwork? I do wildlife artwork. Do I need to do animals in a winter, spring, fall, etc.?
That's all you.
That's 100%.
That is, yeah. For seasonal is optional, but yeah, you could do season. I mean, exactly what you said. If you paint, you could do animals in a winter setting. But I can't tell you what products to make. You just have to adapt that, because I am not a painter.
Really, DK Legends.
Oh my goodness, there's so many spammers in the group today. Okay. Scroll back up. We missed a few. Sorry, guys. We have more porn people. No, we're not going to get naked.
There was a second comment, so I'm glad I got that.
Okay. Are we ready?
And Noello, too, I don't know what that means.
Okay, well, we'll
just
skip that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Network. Do you do Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, and Cyber Monday?
No. So you guys are totally welcome to do all of that. But for me personally, when I do Black Friday, I've got so little left in my shop on Cyber Monday that, oh my goodness. There's so many spam comments today, guys. Okay, so Black Friday, what I would recommend is hold your Black Friday sale. And then after your Black Friday sale, if you didn't get the results you wanted and you feel like you need more, do Cyber Monday. But if you do Black Friday and you're like me, and by the end you are overwhelmed and you need a break, like, take Cyber Monday off. Nobody needs another sale from you. Like, you only need to run 2 sales if you didn't get the results you want and only like a couple people bought anything. So it just depends on your marketing. If you have the ability to run a sale, totally do it. Change it up. Maybe do a % off on this day and free shipping on this day and get a free gift on this day. You know, just change them up a little bit. Sorry about all the porn comments.
Yeah, just ignore them, because I'm just going to keep banning them.
Yeah, don't respond to them, because that's just going to make them comment more. Just ignore them. We're just going to try to delete them as much as we can. All right.
So when you do a 30%, what happens when there's a 40% off? They're getting a big sale then. They're saying when somebody has a 30% lifetime and they also get a 40% off coupon, and they're stacking coupons.
You can't stack coupons on Etsy, Claudia. Do you mean on your website? Because
unless
for
they're
that,
talking about you discounting your products and then doing 40% off.
well, for Etsy, you can't do that because you can't apply a coupon to already discount
on
it.
sale.
Well, that's a double dip, and then that's good. You should be pricing high enough that it allows you to. But I mean, you can always, people are usually pretty honest when you, especially when it comes to people that you have in your inner circle. If you tell people, you know, oh, you can either use this coupon or this coupon, please don't use both, fine print. Usually they're pretty honest, and I mean, a majority of people won't take advantage of you. And if you get one person who uses, you know, a double dip that you didn't want them to, you can always refund their purchase or tell them, hey, you know, you weren't supposed to use that coupon. I'm going to go ahead and ship the product, but, you know, let them know that you did them that kindness, if that makes sense, because then they won't acknowledge that you did them a kindness.
All right. Stephanie, I'm about to launch my first official collection. I've been posting one by one before I found you and Renee's training. I'm getting stuck on marketing plan for after the launch, though. Any tips?
Just take the products that you launched and market them one by one. Promote. You can promote pretty much like a couple products a day. You know, maybe you could. The comments are getting ridiculous, guys. You could promote a couple comments. You could promote a couple products a day. You could pick maybe like one product a week to showcase and do all marketing about that particular product. For me personally, I just make really cool marketing posts about each product and say, you know, oh, you can buy this product here. And then the next day, oh, you can buy this other product here, you know. So, you know, just make different marketing ads for your assorted products. And I've got a great marketing video and scene creator video on my channel if you need help with that.
All right. What is your opinion on this? Telling people if they spend more than $60, they will get a small gift. That's
fine. If you want to give them a gift for, you know, spending a certain amount, that's great. Just make sure that they know that they're getting, or, you know, if you ship the product, make sure that you either have it somewhere in the shop that, oh, you'll get a free gift if you spend this much. Or if you just send free gifts with certain amounts without them knowing, make sure that you put a note in the order that says, enjoy the free gift, because otherwise they won't know it's a free gift and they won't acknowledge it as you doing something kind and giving them a free gift. What's next?
Sorry, guys, I'm having to go through and delete something about every minute or so.
Yes, ignore the spammers, guys, please.
Did you say, or Diane, did you say there's a way of showing sales on Etsy that you have sold off of Etsy?
No, there's not. Not on Etsy. If you've made sales outside of Etsy, like say that maybe you have, you know, you're selling things on like Facebook through PayPal invoice, no, there's no way for that to affect your sales, because if so, I would have way more sales than I do because I've sold on multiple platforms.
I'm doing my sale, or Linda, I'm doing my sale 11/13 through 16 for my VIP subscribers, but I'm having trouble getting people signing up for my list. I don't get responses to ads, so not spending. Any ideas?
Linda, you've got to offer them something that's going to make them, you know, really, really want to be on that list. So you can either offer them a coupon, or you need to evaluate your actual marketing photos that you're using. You know, it can be a lot of things, but I mean, people have sold Cheetos on eBay by marketing them correctly. So you have to be able to offer them something that they really want to see, or offer them something that they really want to have. You could do a giveaway to get people on your list. That's a really great way to get them on. And you can do that through rafflecopter.com. You could just post a group, you know, like make a Facebook group for your business and say, hey, I'm hosting this really great giveaway in my Facebook group. So you got to join to enter it. And I'm giving away this really cool thing.
Right. Oh, I had it. Darn it.
Sorry, we're so distracted today, guys. If this like spam thing keeps up, we're going to have to fix it.
We'll do it on a different avenue, like Facebook or something like that.
Yeah, because this is getting ridiculous, and I know you guys don't want to see these.
Elizabeth Castaldo, when you do your monthly giveaway, how much time do you give people to sign up before you choose a winner? Just a few days or like the whole week? Do you use an app or manage it yourself?
For giveaways, I use rafflecopter.com, and I'm going to be working on a video for that this month. And then how much time, like, do I run the giveaway? Because I usually do a monthly giveaway. So I usually, you know, give it 3 or 4 weeks is fine. Just don't make it like 6 months or 2 months, something ridiculous. I would do it under a month, but more than a week.
All right. Noello 2, that's the third time you've posted that. Could you elaborate on what that means, or I'm just going to block you as a spammer? Sorry.
Yeah, because we're not sure what you're saying, and you're kind of filling up the feed. All right, next.
These people, I swear. Some of them have been targeted and direct, which I don't think they're bots. The straight pornographic ones, I'm pretty sure, are bots, but some of them have been very, very specific. Bloop.
Next.
At least it's not a super busy day on this one. All right, here we go. Faye, I'm just starting off and I'm trying to get my packaging right. Other than a business card and a thank you card, should I enclose anything else, and should I get them printed or buy a printer?
So for inserts, the value of your package is going to increase by how many inserts you have. I know that sounds really silly because inserts aren't worth a lot of money, but people are going to value your products more based on the inserts. So inserts that I personally do, let me grab them. I'll just grab them. I've got a pile of them right here. And this is -1 because one of them I don't have. I like to do an insert about my story, because a lot of people aren't going to read your story on Etsy. What? Okay, yeah, you can block that person.
Yep.
A lot of people won't read your story on Etsy, but if they receive it like on a little printed card in their envelope or in their package, they'll read it. So I recommend maybe getting on Vistaprint and ordering the postcard sizes. I really like those, and they're big enough that the person, can hold it and read your whole little story. And then the other inserts that I do are, this is what my keys sit on right here. It says, try it on, the sensation you're feeling is the magic kicking in. And then the back of it, I have a picture of my daughter and I that says, thank you for treating yourself and supporting our handmade business. And then it has my Instagram plug and hashtag that you can put in. So having a photo of yourself is really important because it reminds them when they open it that you are a person. And it helps them to, if something's wrong with the product or maybe it arrived broken, they're not going to get on Etsy and immediately send you a nasty message. They're going to see, oh yeah, she's a person. And it gives you a little bit of bad review prevention is what I call it. And then I also print out care instructions, and I do these on normal paper. That's perfectly fine. You can do normal paper for your products or for your inserts if you don't have a lot of money. But if you can outsource to somewhere like Vistaprint, that's great too. And then, of course, you should be putting your business cards in there. So, but other than that, the more inserts that you can include, it's something great that people love to get. In fact, anytime we order a package online, I'm always thrilled to get inserts because it gives me, something to read about the products or the person who shipped it. I love receiving inserts for businesses. Sorry if we act a little distracted today. We keep having to check.
I'm just watching the stream. I'm being quiet because I'm watching the stream. Keksicle. Well, I blocked Noello because I thought they were the spammer. Keksicle, is that you? Anyway. Andrea Peters, how soon do you notify your email list of the upcoming sale you will have on Black Friday? I think we answered that a couple of times.
Andrea, message them now. Yeah. Let them know that you're having one for Black Friday, and then message them Thanksgiving, like midday or Thanksgiving night. That way they know to keep their eyes open.
Denise, so did we figure out that you can't use a coupon on an Etsy sale item?
No, you cannot stack a coupon on top of an Etsy sale item. So if you're wanting to do a double dip system, like what we did in the holiday webinar, you are going to need to use the app Etsy on sale. And I think starting out, you get credits. I know you did a couple years ago, you got Etsy credits. But otherwise, I think it's like $5. It's worth it. It's worth it to use Etsy on sale. And it crosses out your prices just like normal, and then you just offer a coupon that they can stack on top of the sale. People love stacking coupons. That's why my Black Friday sales are so successful, because I offer 30% off for my sale, and then I send out the 30% coupon, and you can, stack those together and double dip.
Levon Looney, have you made sales through Facebook marketplaces?
like Facebook. No, I don't think that you should rely on Facebook to make sales for you. If you want to do a Facebook like marketing group or, a fan club group for your business, that's different than just selling in a marketplace. But those marketplaces only consist of other people who are also selling things. So the only good marketplace on Etsy or on Facebook that I found is one called the It's Better Handmade Group. You can just type that in, It's Better Handmade Group, and that's a really good one. I like that one because there are shoppers there, but most of the time you should really rely on your Facebook page and your own Facebook group and your email list to do your marketing. I don't really recommend using all those Etsy groups and things. Like, you can post things in there, it's not going to hurt you, but don't only use that for your marketing because that's mostly just other sellers.
All right. Mika, do you market? I don't know. Do you market to your email list as well as social media, or do you just market to social media? I'm always afraid to get too salesy in the VIP list.
Oh, both. And what I do is I usually tell people that I'm offering a huge sale to my email list only. And then I, message my email. Like, people want your sales if they joined your email list. That's why they're there. They're there to get sales. They're there to get your coupons. So I would just market your email list by telling people, hey, I'm holding a huge sale on Black Friday, and you're only going to get this sale if you subscribe to my email list. And then on Black Friday, you could do a smaller sale for the people who didn't subscribe. Like, just post a Facebook post that says, oh, everybody can get 20% off today. But then your VIP should be getting something even better.
Let's see. EJ, is it okay to launch my shop with just a seasonal product line? I don't have my everyday product line together.
Yeah, as long as you let them, if you're launching your shop with a seasonal product line, I would recommend maybe trying to put in a few of your, if you've got some signature products to put in, maybe try to sprinkle just a couple of them. And then it really doesn't matter. I mean, I wouldn't, but it's not going to hurt you to do that, especially if you really want to get your stuff launched. Just make sure that they know that those seasonal products are going away after the season. That would be like if I launched my shop with only Halloween keys. I'd be really stuck right now, So my recommendation would be to just let them know that they're seasonal products. They're only going to be available for that season. And then when that season is over, you should immediately start pumping out marketing for your signature product line.
Lucille, do you pre-launch any other time of year? Pretty much every product launch.
What was that?
Do you pre-launch any other time of year?
I pre-launch all product lines, every product line I produce. And I usually do a new product line every 2 months, which is just me personally. You could do one for a year. Some people only do 2 a year. It really doesn't matter. It just depends on what your fans are conditioned to buy.
All right, Amy, how much better is it to use the Etsy Pay here compared to your regular card swiper at markets? Any SEO gains, more fees to Etsy? Is Etsy Pay better than other card swipers, basically?
If you've got an Etsy shop, the Etsy swiper is going to deduct your actual product right from your shop. And when you get your tax statements, if you sell enough to get, what's that tax statement called from Etsy? I can't remember. I can't
remember. We have so many tax statements that we go through between the two of us.
The tax form that you get from Etsy, if you make enough money that year, that will be incorporated into your taxes. That way you don't have to keep track of something from, like, if you use Square or something, you don't have to keep track of those sales separate from Etsy sales. So it's just the same as making a sale on Etsy. I really like the Etsy card swiper.
Megan, do you put inserts in all of your orders or just new customers? All orders.
All orders, because some people like to gift those products. So if somebody is a repeat customer and they get that insert, maybe that product isn't for them. Maybe they're giving it to somebody and they want that somebody to have all the inserts.
Is there anything you can do for inserts if you want to sell instant downloads?
You can do freebies, like a free download. So say, for example, if you do downloadable chore charts for your kids and you do maybe their house cleaning chores for the day and you download it, you could offer a free download with that download. So when they place the order, you send them an additional one that is kids, bonus yard work chore printable for free. Congratulations. And just surprise them with it. Make sure it's something that they want, though. Don't offer a download that they're just going to say, I don't need this.
You could also, does it give them, I know we've never done a download shop. Does it give them the address of the person ordering it still?
I'm not sure.
If it gives them the address, you could if you just want to get like a little mail envelope for maybe U.S. orders or local orders, something like that, you could just send them a letter like, thank you for ordering and this, that, and the other, if there's anything that you actually want to send them physically. Or you can do it in an email. I mean, if it gives you the address, I'm not sure.
I would just, I don't know if they get the address. I would just do some type of free download that they would enjoy to use, something that kind of goes along with your product. So if you do like printable artwork, send them a free art print, something like that.
Dirge for winter. When you're figuring your cost of goods, do you add markup on your packaging materials and inserts, or just pass that cost straight through since they're so beneficial for your first impressions?
I factor in I factor it into shipping. You can factor in inserts, packaging, and gift wrapping into shipping as long as you're not charging separately for your gift wrapping on Etsy, since they have that new feature. But yeah, you can incorporate that into shipping and handling. So my products for the US are like almost $3 to ship, but I charge $5 for shipping and handling because I have so many really cool inserts in the gift bags and the gift wrapping, and I do a little charm on the package. So you can incorporate that into shipping and handling.
All right. Stephanie, you said you're working on an architect site. Are you going to continue selling on Etsy once the site is finished?
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Etsy will be the funnel to my architect site, which means that when somebody makes a purchase from me on Etsy, I can message them and say, hey, for your next purchase, you can get 30% off when you buy direct from my website. And then from that moment on, I never have to pay more Etsy fees for that person. When they, make purchases, I don't have to pay the Etsy fee for their purchases anymore. That money is all mine. So yes, I will be selling in both places. I'm a busy lady. Architect is taking me a while. You guys are probably doing it faster than I am.
Thank you for answering my question. Which other questions? Thanks. Okay, so Mary, what platform do you use to create an email list? I know people use their blogs for this, but what are other options?
Mary, you're going to want to use MailChimp.com. And we already talked about this once, but you are going to want to go to Renee Christine's YouTube channel. She has a full tutorial on how to create your MailChimp email list, which is why I'm not going to be creating a MailChimp video because she already explained it. She's got a great video already, and she uploaded it a couple weeks ago, so it should be towards the top of her channel. So be sure to write down MailChimp.com and be sure to write down Renee Christine.
I'll report all the pornographic comments. Don't worry about that. I'll report and block them.
Yeah.
No, don't worry about reporting them. I'll get them.
Because we can block them straight from our channel. Then we don't have to worry about them ever again.
Orquidia, I sell very small items that and can break. What can I write and let people in a nice way to be careful, and where should I write it?
I would put that in your shop policies. I would put that in your descriptions. And I would put a notice right in your package, just like this. These are my care instructions, but they say that
we don't have internet. We're not broadcasting to anybody right now.
Can you guys hear us?
But we're still getting comments coming through.
Post in the chat. Post in the chat.
Stop.
In the chat.
There. No, it just went to the website. Stop.
Okay. Just making sure.
If you can go to a website, we're online.
Yes, that's why I'm not. Anyway.
Did we lose connection there for a couple of seconds?
Okay, they hear us. Okay.
I don't know what happened there.
So if you're selling something fragile, for example, my keys with wings on them, those wings have a very low impact resistance. So if a product falls, if one of my keys falls on a tip of its wing, that wing can potentially break off. And that has been a problem for me, but I offer free repairs. That's always a great thing to offer if possible. So on my little thing that I put right in the package before they even unwrap the product, they see something that says wing tips on angel wing keys have lower impact resistance and can snap if dropped or slammed. And then it has, how to store it, how to take care of it. So I would put it everywhere. Description, policy, and make an insert. That way they see the insert maybe like before they even get to the product, like put it on top.
All right. That was actually a pretty good comment, Fran. I don't add markups for my inserts. It's the seller's choice to add goodies. That's a good point. I mean, obviously packaging and stuff like that has to be included.
Right.
The gift wrapping and stuff like that. But the free goodies, yeah, obviously you don't want to charge
And you
somebody
don't-
for that because you're not giving them the options. You can't really charge them for that.
Right. For the packaging, it's totally okay to add a handling charge, though. You can
Right.
charge a little bit more. Even Renee Christine recommends, incorporating that into your shipping. Just don't let it exceed like $2. If you add an extra $2 to your shipping, it's not that big a deal because.
And I mean, technically when you do shipping through any wholesale retailer, Walmart and Target, those kind of guys, when you order online, the shipping, it doesn't cost them $12 to send you a CD.
Yeah.
Like that's their shipping and handling included. So it's okay for a little bit, but obviously if you're giving them free stuff, you can't charge them for it.
Yeah, of course not. Not like a free
Thanks for
product.
answering the download question. You're welcome.
Lots of.
All right, Amy, explain that again about using the funnel website to Etsy for your customer, then no more fees for you.
Okay, Amy. So if you build your website, this is only for people who are
She doesn't
taking.
speak good English. You put that in her class.
This is only for people who are building websites with Architect. So if you don't have Architect right now, don't worry about this. But with Architect, if you build a website where you're selling products, and then you also have your Etsy shop with the same products in it, you can make a sale on Etsy. Then you message that customer and say, thank you for your purchase. For your next order, you can get 30% off when you buy direct from my website. So then rather than buying on Etsy, they'll buy on your website. Etsy charges a fee for every transaction. Your own website does not because it is yours. So you can begin selling primarily on your website. And, Etsy becomes a traffic source because your repeat buyers will then go to your website because they'll want to get a discount and then offer them some type of discount code for your website.
Giraffe in a bath. I was always worried that customers would see the cost of shipping on the package and be like, whoa, I was charged X amount, so I was refunding the difference all the time.
No, yeah.
As long as you're not like ripping people off and charging obscene amounts for shipping, it should be fine.
Like $1 or $2 is fine. That's usually the standard for handling.
And if you're printing off the Etsy labels, it doesn't give you a choice to modify the price for shipping, does it?
Yes.
It does?
You can charge whatever you want.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. Has anyone seen the new Etsy social media tool? I tried looking for it, but couldn't find it.
I haven't heard of that, and I'm pretty in the loop with Etsy, so I will look for that, Gemma, and I will get back to you. Oh, I'm sorry.
Smashed my foot.
I'm sorry.
Linda, WooCommerce question. Do you use WooCommerce?
I do not use WooCommerce.
Can't answer WooCommerce question, sorry.
Um,
If there's anybody that can
Not
answer
yet.
that for her, have you guys used the new shipping options on WooCommerce? I'm having problems with different rates for shipping. So if anybody wants to help her in the comments.
That's more of an architect question. And I'm in architect, but I haven't gotten that far yet. So anybody who's an architect could answer that. If somebody's an architect and wants to answer it in the comments.
And there it goes. All right. Jade, I haven't started my email list yet and want to do a Black Friday sale this year to get people motivated. Should I have a giveaway that they have to give me their email?
Yes, but only if they know that they're being added to your email list. It's illegal to add them.
Yep, they have to know.
Yeah, they have to know that they're being put on an email list.
I would more do it as a sign up for my email list and be entered for a giveaway for this goodie. And then you give them the link to sign up for it. It'll send them to a window that'll ask them if they want to confirm. They hit yes, and they're confirmed for the subscription.
And you can do that through MailChimp.com.
That's kind of the legal loophole there. If they don't know that they're being added, then you can get in trouble for adding them to an email list because that's spam.
Your head is getting cut off because you're sitting so close.
I'm trying to read the comments. I'm blind. All right. And how many giveaways should I do before Black Friday to get more emails?
That's up to you. You
personal.
could do one a week. You could do just one if it's
just
a good
do it
one.
until you feel like you're being obnoxious. If you feel like you're being obnoxious with the sales and the emails, stop. I mean, that's the best point about it. Think about it beforehand and be like, think about it from their point of view. So if you're sending out like 5 emails a day, obviously that's going to get obnoxious and you're going to get blacklisted for spam anyway. But for giveaways, I mean, you don't want to do them too often. I mean, realistically, it gets kind of old.
Like
and you're losing money.
One a week is like max for giveaways that I would do.
Oh, I'm in Cyprus and I have to go to a post office. Okay, the social media tool. It's on the Sell on Etsy app.
I haven't used it. Oh, the Sell on Etsy app, Etsy social media. I will.
Oh, okay.
I'll write that down and I'll look into it because I have to get my Sell on Etsy stuff.
Hey, the red color, you're very lovely. It was a 50th day in school for our kiddo, and they were doing a 50s kind of thing. So she did a 50s themed outfit. See, the new special media is only on the seller app under more. Under more.
I'll write that down. I'll look into it for you guys if you want a tutorial on it. Let me know if you want the Sell on Etsy app social media tool tutorial, and I'll try to get that done before Black Friday.
All right, cool. Actually, we ran out of questions right at 5 o'clock, and that's when I was going to get into showing them stuff, so that's perfect.
All right. So we're going to show you guys some really great websites where you should be getting your tech upgrades for Black Friday. Mr. Moore is crazy about tech, and he upgrades us every single year on Black Friday because the sales are so crazy. Yeah. And then we'll get back to your questions after that, okay? So you're going to want to click right here for screen share. All right, you're going to see our screen in just a second so you can see the websites. What did you gather for us today?
Just a few different things. Don't take anything that I put on here as literal. You have to buy this. This is all kind of recommendations on what I recommend. And also I brought up a couple of things from previous videos that we had talked about that a bunch of people were asking questions about, backup storage, that kind of thing. So I'm not going to get into anything specific or specific products, but Newegg is what I use for pretty much all of my tech stuff. I have a Newegg Premier account just because you get the military discount. But
that is Newegg.com.
Newegg.com, and you'll see it while I'm on here. I'm not logged into any of these sites, obviously, because I don't want anybody knowing my usernames and stuff. But and I also have a couple more things that I was going to show, just kind of good for the holidays. Newegg does crazy sales for Black Friday and for all the tech, a couple days after Black Friday, Cyber Monday, all that kind of stuff. Their sales are great. And right now, Newegg is, like I said earlier in the video, Newegg right now is doing a new sale every Friday, and then their Black Friday sales are always nuts. I mean, I usually get things for half off depending on what you're getting, but usually 25 to 30% off is what you can expect on there, which is because most of their stuff's already discounted anyway, so it's already pretty good.
And those are good prices for tech. That is great prices for tech.
So
you're going to
I want to do entire screen.
Application window is what you want, and then you want to choose this application window.
Which one is that?
It will be this one.
This one?
Yes. So you're going to see us. There we are.
All right, screen sharing, and I'm gonna full screen this.
There we go.
All right, so the first thing, not a lot of people have asked about it, but I've had a couple questions about it, and that was for security for your computer. So Malwarebytes, which you can find right here at this website. If we remember, we'll put that in the link.
Someone type in, not with the .com, just type in the name Malwarebytes right here at the top.
You can't see your
finger. I know, you can't see my finger.
But this is pretty easy. Set it up the same way you set up any normal software. You download it and you install it. You don't have to actually buy this program. So they have a premium version, and they have the what's the difference here that you can look at. And the main difference, don't worry about the business stuff. That's for like if you have servers and that kind of thing.
That's like big business.
The free version cleans your computer. You get a trial of their premium stuff. I recommend getting the premium. It's only $40 a year, and I don't remember how many computers license purchase limit. You can get up to 10. So, yeah, it's great. The only difference between the free and the premium, honestly, is just the fact that it monitors your computer live. So with the free version, it just scans your computer when you want to scan it. The premium version will constantly monitor your computer to make sure that you're not getting any viruses or malware.
And you'll get a pop-up when you do that tells you that.
Yes, you get a pop-up, and when you go to a website that might have malware or might have content that's going to hurt your computer, it will actually block the website. And you can continue on anyway, but it'll block the website and tell you the website you're going to is dangerous. So I highly recommend Malwarebytes. I paid $40 a year for mine. And I think I have it on 3 or 4 different computers, all on the same purchase. So links up here. We'll post it in the description if we remember. And then I think somebody probably will have posted in the chat. Make sure we don't got anything crazy going on in the chat real quick. I use Malwarebytes. Malwarebytes with a Y. Yeah, Malwarebytes is awesome. Okay. So next thing, we were looking for a camera anyway because we wanted to get a new camera for recording videos, and just looking at what some of the best rated cameras that were coming along this year. And this is the one that I was personally looking at, 4K, 30 frames per second, 20 megapixels for you guys that know what that means. For the camera, it's a good camera. So $600 just for the camera itself without a lens. You can still record without the lens. It just won't have the crazy zoom and all the effects and stuff like that. But it has Wi-Fi, which is pretty cool. And it had the built-in image stabilization. I watched a bunch of review videos on it. And the live stabilization, which keeps the screen from shaking when you're recording, is just awesome. So this is just one I kind of half recommend. I've never personally used it, so take that with a grain of salt, but the reviews on it are really good. Okay. The next thing was monitors. So I'm gonna get into computers here in a couple of minutes. But when it comes to monitors, when it comes to picture editing specifically, so a lot of people have a little bit of an older computer, and most older computers didn't come with a monitor that is in 1080p. Most of the pictures that you're editing are going to be, pictures are in megapixels, but similar to 1080p. So you should at least have a 1080p monitor. This one's on sale right now. I'm not going to post links to these. I'll show you guys how to use Newegg here in a couple of minutes. But this is just kind of an example of what I'm going for. I have one of these monitors. I don't use it for my gaming or anything like that. I just use it for viewing. So you can get these in 23 or 27 inch, but something similar to this. The requirements that you want to look for is that it's 1080p or 1920 by 1080, which is what I'm highlighting here. Honestly, all this other crap doesn't matter. And I lost internet connection.
Let them know in the chat that we'll be back.
Where did the chat go?
Say we'll be back. Still showing
Yep, we
us.
lost. Okay, we're still here.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know why our computer's doing that all of a sudden.
Are we here? Okay. Okay, we're good.
I can't go to websites. So.
Oh, okay.
Our DNS is being dumb. I'm pretty sure this is our internet service provider that's doing this, because her computer is the only one that has problems with this. It loses the DNS.
Do you guys have any questions about Malwarebytes or what we've looked at so far?
Okay.
Real quick, does anyone have any questions about that stuff?
There's a lot of stuff being posted in here, so I'll look at it here in a minute.
Okay.
Somebody posted Tiger Direct too. Tiger Direct is also awesome. I so need a monitor. I'm using an old TV screen as a monitor. Yeah, that's okay. When it comes to picture editing, though, the color reproduction isn't going to be as good. Let's see. Can you stack free shipping code and a percentage off coupon? Not sure.
I'm not sure.
All right. So the next thing, we were talking about storage last time and backing up stuff. So just an example for those of you that don't know what this is, I just went to Newegg just for an example, searched USB hard drive. This is something that's simple. It's easy to set up. It's for you guys that aren't super computer literate. This kind of thing would be best for you. And I mean, $70, it seems like a lot of money, but when you're backing up a lot of data that you don't want to lose, especially if pictures and videos are important to what your business does, something like this is perfect. And this would work just fine. And like I said, the reason I'm going over this stuff is Newegg is having a lot of sales, and we had covered these in earlier videos. So I just wanted to kind of go over this. So if you just search USB hard drive, or a portable hard drive is another thing you can search for that. Just look for something with 4 or 5 stars. Read the reviews, make sure there aren't any problems you don't know how to fix, and you should be good to go if you do want to back up your data. For you more advanced computer users, if most of you probably know what a NAS is, network attached storage. These are pretty easy to set up as well. You can literally just go on Newegg and search NAS. They're doing a whole bunch of sales. Obviously, most of them you have to buy hard drives as well. Some of them you don't. I'm not going to go over how to set these kind of things up because they can get a little bit advanced depending on if you're using a firewall, all that kind of stuff. But these kind of things are what I was talking about when I was talking about NASs. If anybody wants anything more in depth and wants to use something like this, let me know, and maybe I'll make like a text document or something explaining how they work. All right, and then make sure there's no comments here real quick. Yeah, 4 terabyte is a better buy. It just depends on what you need. Most people just for pictures don't need 4 terabytes of data.
Jamie wants to know what the brand is for the
71. That was WD, or Western Digital.
Western Digital.
I love Western Digital. I need to replace my 8-year-old computer. Yeah, that's a pretty good idea. Once you get past 5 or 6 years old, you start to have a lot of problems. See, below my computer's out of there. Tiger Direct. Yeah, all of my computer components I usually get on there, which I'm actually going to go over a site here in just a second for that. All right, so, and obviously, like I said, can you recommend any books, podcasts, etc., people that helped you? Yes, Linus Tech Tips, Linus Tech, Tech Tips, TIPS.
Someone type that in the comments. Linus. Okay, we're typing it in the comments.
Linus Tech Tips is great. They have videos going over pretty much everything. They're when I was learning how to build computers, I watched their tutorials. They are absolutely great. All right, so I'm going to go over one more site, a couple different things here. This is Pcpartpicker. This is where you can go to build PCs. And like I said, take this with a big grain of salt because this is just my personal recommendations. You don't have to follow what I have here. I tried to stay away from gaming parts as much as possible for this one. But this website lets you pick PC parts, and if something is incompatible, it'll tell you. So if you're not super computer literate and you do want to build your own computer, in mind that I did not include any monitors, keyboards, or mice with these in the prices, this is a great site if you want to build your own computer that's going to last a little bit longer and isn't going to come with all the bloatware that you get, all the programs that you will never use on your computer that you can't get rid of without trying really hard. So this one is kind of a minimum specifications for what I think you should have as an editing computer, and this is like the absolute minimum for me. I wouldn't use anything less than this just because I'm picky about my computer parts. And obviously productivity is key. So the more efficient your parts are and the longer they're going to last, the more cost efficient they're going to be and the more time efficient they're going to be. So I recommend one of the newer generation Intel Core i5s at a minimum. I know I'm going to probably get some slack here for that. i3s would work, but you're doing picture and possibly photo editing. So I recommend at least a 6th or 7th generation Intel Core i5 just because of the updates and how they're being supported. Obviously, the further away the generation is, the harder the parts are gonna be to get them. The cooler doesn't matter. This is just an example. You have to have a CPU cooler. This is on here just for recommendation. The motherboard and all that stuff doesn't really matter as long as the CPU is supported by it. RAM, I recommend at least 8 gigabytes, especially if you're using Google Chrome, and that's here. So basically the CPU and the memory are the spine and the brain of your computer. So I recommend at least 8 gigabytes, especially for Google Chrome. It absolutely eats system memory. So make sure you have at least 8 gigabytes at a minimum. Unless you're using a laptop, you could probably deal with 6 or 4. Storage, that's kind of personal preference. I usually recommend at least a terabyte. All the other specs and stuff like that don't necessarily matter, and I just pick kind of random cases just to show you guys an example price. But this is kind of my absolute minimum when it comes to recommended. And I included Windows just because most people, when they show you how to build a computer, they don't include Windows in the price. Windows costs about $100. So if somebody says, oh, how to build a PC for under $500, they're lying to you because it's really probably $600 or more. So this computer, before any rebates or anything, came out to around $700. And like I said, that doesn't include the monitor, the keyboard, the mouse, or any software. And I know that seems steep, but realistically, in my opinion, if you're spending any less than $500 on a computer, you're probably wasting your money. It's not going to last you very long. It's going to be slow, and it's not going to be very efficient. And I know somebody will probably agree with me, but that's okay. But after the current rebates, which this site shows you rebates and sales, shows you the promo codes that you need to use, what website you need to get them on. And like I said, I think it's down here. It's been a while since I've used this site. I just built this one today. But down here, if there's anything wrong with what you've put in here, and you can pick your own parts, I'll go into edit real quick, and I'll just remove this. When you go into parts, it does this for everything. You can pick what you want over here. It's like any website you've ever used. You can filter everything, but it'll tell you if there's anything wrong with what you picked, or if there's anything you need to add. Like some CPUs don't, or some of these processors, they don't come with coolers.
Well, choose one that won't fit, that doesn't work with that.
I can't because I already have all the rest of it set up.
Oh, okay.
I might be able to throw.
I was gonna say
I'll just add this one because it doesn't come with a cooler.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll throw that one on there or not. No compatibility issues. I already have everything. It's because I have, yeah, see? It'll tell you when you have issues, and then you go to see details, and here it says does not include a CPU stock cooler. Adding a CPU cooler to your parts list is recommended. So if you have any issues and you don't know what you're doing, but you want to build one yourself, you can watch a video, get some recommendations, and when you put it together on this site first, it'll tell you if there's something wrong. And then this is what I personally recommend. This one is a lot pricier. But this one is going to be more for you guys that are doing video editing with your products as well. If you've watched any of Starla's like product release videos, like she did for her winter collection, where she does stuff like that outside, it takes quite a bit of time to render video. And obviously, the better the parts, the better you're going to be able to do your job because you can do it more efficiently. The only thing I added here was I went up to an i7 processor. The generation really doesn't matter. I just stick with a more recent one, up or down a year. Threw in a liquid cooler. Keep your CPU healthier longer because it's staying at lower temperatures. I switched to a gaming motherboard, and I know that might seem a little bit silly, but most gaming products when it comes to PCs are usually more efficient at doing the job. Like if you're not going to be overclocking your CPU, if you even know what that is, the gaming motherboards will be way better as far as performance goes. Memory, or RAM, as I said earlier, up to 16 gigabytes. When I was doing my job, my last tech job, with all the tabs that I had open, I maybe had 12 or 15 tabs. It was taking up probably around 6 to 8 gigabytes, gigabytes of system memory using Google Chrome. So it does eat up quite a bit. And then the biggest thing that I added that if you do build your own computer that I recommend is an SSD to put your operating system on. Being able to turn your system on and your computer being on in like 10 seconds is the most amazing thing ever. If you've ever seen a computer with an SSD versus just a normal hard drive, it takes 2, 3, 4 minutes to start up or restart. These will make your system run a lot faster. Not only will it turn on a lot faster, but it's able to access any Windows things a lot faster too. I know I went through this pretty fast. I didn't want to spend a lot of time harping on this because I do want to catch up on a few questions. But if any of you guys have any questions on how to use this site or more computer questions, feel free to let me know. You can post in the alpha group. I'll try to keep up with it. We're really busy
with our lunch.
with the lunch. So I'll answer what questions that I haven't covered here. And then again, I'm probably going to make a video in probably February or March timeframe on how to actually put a computer together, if anybody would be interested on something like that. I know I've said that in a few videos. But that's pretty much it for this. Oh, and I didn't show the price. So this was my recommended. Oh, and I added a graphics card to this one too. You don't need a high-end graphics card if you're not gaming. You can get something on the low end. This is a 6 gigabyte graphics card. That's more than enough for most of you for what you're going to be doing if you're not playing video games. That one came out after sales and everything to around $1,400, which I know still sounds like a lot, but in consideration that mine's a gaming machine and I spent almost $5,000 on mine. So
it's the brain of your computer or of your business,
Yeah, your computer is the thing that you use for everything on Etsy, or you should be using for everything. I hope you don't use your phone for everything, but you should have a decent computer to work on, one that's going to last you a long time and is going to be a lot more reliable.
So stop
screen sharing, and then let me get up into here.
We're gonna do more questions now.
According to a recent Etsy update, you can stack a percentage off and a shipping coupon sale. Cool.
Okay, cool. I didn't know that. I actually didn't hear that, so I'm glad to know that.
Oh, thank you again for all your information. Oh, and there's the article. That's cool. Thank you for posting that. What's
Thank you.
this site called? Oh, yeah, I didn't say that. It is Pcpartpicker.
There we go. It's posted below.
Pcpartpicker. Pretty easy site to use. All right. Storage question for an external hard drive. What have you had good? Excuse me. What have you had good experience with? My hard drive died. I usually use USB external hard drives. If not, I use cloud backup for a lot of stuff. The ones that they were asking about questions for.
She said I had a MY.
I had an MY hard drive.
So she had a hard drive in it.
Yeah, that happens. A hard drive death is something you can't avoid. My boyfriend was impressed with your cooling system. He's always vacuumed it to keep it cool. Mine has dust filters everywhere, so I haven't had to. I spent way too much money on my case. My case cost me over $400. Let's see where to go. Okay, is it possible to upgrade laptop hardware like processor or SSD? If so, what kind of upgrades would you recommend? I have a Toshiba Satellite with an i3 processor. It's actually funny because our laptop that has been messing up is a Toshiba Satellite. Yes, actually, as a matter of fact, the only thing I haven't upgraded in that laptop was the hard drive. I'm not going to upgrade that laptop anymore because it's given us a lot of problems. But you can upgrade the CPU as long as it's not soldered to the motherboard. A lot of the times manufacturers will solder them, so you can't upgrade them and you have to buy a new laptop or take it to a professional. You can also upgrade the type of RAM you're using or the amount of RAM you're using, and you can usually fit an SSD into the drives as long as you're able to get access to it. I wouldn't recommend any upgrades unless you really, really, really know what you're doing, especially on a laptop, because laptops are easy to mess up and easy to break little components. SSD is solid state drive. Normal hard drives are basically magnetic disks that spin. SSDs are mostly entirely electronic. The big difference between an SSD and a regular hard drive. Regular hard drives, you can read and write data, so you can put things on the hard drive and delete them as many times as you want. An SSD has a limited amount of times that you can do that. Don't worry, it's a ridiculously high number, but and SSDs are way faster than regular hard drives. I have an SSD on this little HP friend built for me. It's awesome. Yes, I love it. Can you recommend anywhere to go for anything Linux related? No, I don't use Linux. I've used Unix before, and I used a modified version of Unix for when I was in the military. But as far as hardware and stuff like that, I'm not going to go off and just kind of post stuff like that because I don't know a lot about Linux. As far as hardware, though, you should be able to get all that on Newegg as well. They sell pretty much everything. I mean, they sell fidget spinners, so they sell pretty much everything you can think about.
There's no questions here.
All right. I need a new laptop for my business in digital art. I need a recommendation.
Shelly,
yes. So again, that's going to be all personal opinion on that. I don't recommend any mainstream brands, HP, Dell, Toshiba, any of those guys. Most of those are loaded with so much bloatware and they overcharge you for everything. Don't buy an Alienware. They're also overpriced. I would personally recommend something by Asus if you're willing to spend a lot of money. Buy one of their high-end gaming laptops.
ASUS.
Yes, ASUS or Gigabyte, Gigabyte, if you don't want to buy something on the super high end. When it comes to laptops, same recommendations. Get one of the newer generation Intel Core i5 processors, which you can, if you go further back in the video, you can pause it on my recommendations. They have similar ones for laptops. Watch out when buying a more high-end laptop. A lot of them don't have big hard drives. A lot of the times with these gaming ones, which I usually recommend a gaming one because they have more features. But on those gaming ones, they usually have a 256 gigabyte hard drive in them. So just watch out. Make sure you're reading the description when you're buying a laptop because there's like 10 different versions of every laptop. But biggest thing, Core i5 processor, 8 gigs of RAM, and a big enough hard drive to support what you are doing. Did you already discuss Black Friday on Etsy? Yes.
Kelly, I already discussed it, but you can watch the replay when it posts. And my look is 50s because it was 50th day at my daughter's school, so I had to dress all 50s.
Chat died.
Are you guys here?
Are you guys here?
Let us know in the comments if
We
you're
must have
here.
lost internet again. Did we lose internet again? Good Lord, we're having internet troubles today. I need to call Spectrum. All right.
Check our feed right here. Are you here? Okay.
It's playing now. Okay, so I need to close this previous chat.
All right, we see you. Man, this is
I don't know what happened, man. I need to call Spectrum.
We're having some crazy
chat.
We are having some crazy luck today. Thanks for everybody who stuck around all this time.
All right, I would like to get an inexpensive laptop just to do SEO and bookkeeping from bed when I'm done with the day in the studio. What minimum requirements for that? If it's just general use and you're not doing like picture editing and all that kind of stuff, you're cool just buying a low-end laptop. Like if you're literally just typing text and that's all you want to do, you should be fine. Honestly, I wouldn't worry about the specifications. It's only if you're only just using it for like bed use. You could even get something like a Chromebook. I don't like Chromebooks because they have a lot of internet issues. But something like that would be perfect. Are you planning a video about Etsy stats or Etsy and Facebook click ads, Megan?
Megan, I'm going to be doing a video for, where is it? I'm going to be doing a video on Etsy promoted listings on November 12th. I'm recording it on November 12th, so it might be available on the 13th. But I will be doing promoted listings.
Yeah, that's funny. I'm currently running my business off a MacBook Air. Thoughts on this versus a desktop? Your MacBook, honestly, MacBook, I joke about Mac a lot because I don't like Mac. Your MacBook should be fine. It just depends on, again, the processors. Most of them use the same processors as Windows machines. So if it's working fine for you currently, keep using it. Mac is pretty user-friendly as long as they're not having problems. It's once they start having problems that things get complicated. I personally always recommend a desktop when it comes to editing and stuff like that. It's much easier to diagnose problems. It's much easier to upgrade parts when you need to. If your hard drive dies, you just pull it out and stick a new one in. Things get a lot easier on a desktop, and that's just my personal opinion on it. But I'm a tech junkie, so that's just my thing.
Amy.
What was the name of the piece that sped up your computer turning on and loading Chrome on a laptop? My hubby has a pretty good gaming computer. The piece that speeds up the computer turning on and running, that is an SSD, a solid state drive. And that's assuming you install Windows or whatever operating system you're using on the SSD.
Which you can find tutorials on Google to do.
And loading Chrome on a laptop. Installing Chrome will make the browser itself open up faster, technically, but it won't make your internet faster by any means. That's all going to be your actual internet provider. It says it never stopped for them. It must just be computer problems.
You guys, since the video,
I've been having DNS problems on this computer for months. I don't know what's going on with it. Sorry, I interrupted you.
You're fine.
Thank you. Hasn't stopped. That's what I meant. Do you promote your posts on Facebook?
So, Faye, do you mean, do I do like promoted, like promoted listings? Because yes, I do. I'll be doing them for Black Friday. I didn't promote any listings for my launch today because I sold so much for my product launch today. So I didn't find it necessary. But I'm going to be really concentrating my marketing efforts for Black Friday. So yes, I do promote on Facebook paid ads.
I mean, do you pay for Facebook ads?
Yes. I pay for Facebook ads.
Amy Profit. Second question. My father has a laptop that is only 2 years old and he hardly ever uses it. It says we need more space. New page. Only 926 megabytes. Can it be upgraded? If it says you need more space, you need to delete stuff. You have way too much stuff on that computer, too much stuff stored on that computer, pictures, videos, games, that kind of thing. Can it be upgraded? Technically, yes. I don't know which laptop it is. I would have to delve into that. And if you don't know a lot about computers, I probably wouldn't mess with it anyway.
Take it to Geek Squad.
Yeah, take it to Geek Squad and ask them to clean it.
Yeah.
And if you have a bunch of stuff on there that you don't need, just delete it. If he downloads a bunch of stuff, that's probably why. Just go into your downloads folder. Which I'm not going to get into that right now. I think we did that on the last video, or not the last video, but the
last Q&A.
The last like main Q&A that we did. But that's the best way to do that. If you don't know how to clean it yourself, take it to Geek Squad and just tell them that you don't need anything on it, and they should be able to delete everything. Emily, how long do you keep your listing photos saved on your computer, or ads, etc.? As long as we need them.
Yeah, for my listings, if it's a listing that I know I'm not going to have again, I get rid of it. But if it's something that I know that I'll be relisting next year, like maybe I've got Halloween keys this year that didn't sell, so I know I'll be listing them again. Even though I just deactivated the listing, I might go ahead and keep the photos on my computer. That way I can use them for marketing posts next year. But that's all personal preference. It really doesn't matter. If you think you're going to need them, then save them. I'm really bad about keeping all of my pictures because I never know when I'm going to want to look back on them or...
And then she gets mad when her phone runs out of space.
I mean on my computer. I mean on my computer.
On everything.
Yeah, well, my phone is just a trash can. My phone is full.
Where our phones are old. We've had our phones for what, like 3? We have Galaxy S5s.
Yeah.
Like they're old.
We're trying to get the last little bit of life out of them before we upgrade to... What are we upgrading to? Google Pixels?
I think we're going to do the Google Pixel 2 XLs.
Yeah.
Haven't decided yet. We haven't upgraded phones in like 4 years, so we're due for it. We deserve it. It's my problem. Well, it's 5:30. Any last minute questions?
Are you planning to do a video on how to place a video on the Facebook cover photo? No, because I haven't personally done that for my business. So that those motion hero images for Facebook cover photos are very intriguing, but I haven't personally done it. And though I think it's a good idea, until then, you could probably find a YouTube video that will explain how to do it. Because honestly, when I go to do it, that's all I'm going to do is I'm going to hop on YouTube and watch a video of somebody else doing it.
No, Amy Profit, no, there's not that much on it. We'll just take it to Geek Squad like you suggest.
Yeah, because there's probably something hidden on it.
Yeah, if it's saying you only have 926 megabytes, I doubt you have a 1 gigabyte hard drive. I mean, that would be from like the early 90s. So more than likely it's just hidden somewhere. Or if it's telling you need more memory, like you have 1 gigabyte of RAM, 926 megabits of RAM, and you're trying to open up a new page, if that's what you were referring to, like in Google Chrome or something like that, then you might just have to upgrade the laptop. But that I can't tell you. See, I love my Pixel 2. The camera's amazing. That's what I heard, and that's why I want to get it. I like the S5 that we have because the screen is Gorilla Glass and it doesn't shatter, and I drop my phone at least 5 times a day, and all new phones aren't using Gorilla Glass anymore, so I have to get one that specifically has it, and the Pixel should be fine. Let's see. I keep listing my pics forever. Love you. Sandra, for my Etsy banner, I have a banner that matches my logo. Should I still change my banner each season or holiday?
That's up to you. For mine, all I do is I add a little bit. I add like a snow overlay to my Etsy banner. So I created an Etsy banner video a couple days ago that is currently in the group, if you guys, or in the on the YouTube channel, if you guys want to go back and watch that. But honestly, it's up to you. Like if you go to my shop today, you'll notice that my little logo image for my shop profile picture, I put little Christmas lights on it. And that kind of keeps it fresh. It just lets people know that you're getting ready for the holidays. So that's up to you. It really doesn't matter.
I'm tired and being goofy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we've gotten very angry at this stream today because we had tech issues. We disappeared. You guys disappeared.
I mean, I had fun. Those comments were exactly my kind of humor. It was hilarious, except for a couple of them. Some of them were bad.
Yeah, some of them were really vulgar. So
it's up next in my YouTube feed.
Oh,
go watch it.
Yay, that's perfect. All right, guys. Any last minute questions? Let us know.
Oh, and for her picture editing videos, if you think they don't work, I actually didn't do any picture editing ever for her Etsy stuff. And the day before, or 2 days before, 2 days before the
product
pre-launch, I watched her YouTube videos.
The whole iPicky training series.
And I only had maybe like 10 minutes of one-on-one with her. And the following day, I did almost all of the pictures for her pre-launch.
So if you go in my
If
you go in my Etsy shop right now, it's
most of them were me.
artbystarlamore.etsy.com, and you look at all the thumbnails. He did pretty much all of the thumbnails for the new collection. So he did a great job. And yes, iPicky works. It is fantastic.
I love iPicky. So easy to use.
All right, guys. Any last questions? Are we done? Are we good?
I think we're good.
All right. And then next week, I think that we should dive further into Black Friday, and maybe I will give you guys some Black Friday shopping recommendations on places where you guys should be shopping for business upgrades and so forth. Okay.
And I'm going to keep an eye out throughout the week if I see anything crazy that I think Etsy owners would be able to, or Etsy business owners would be able to benefit from. I will. Can't promise I'll find anything, but I'll keep an eye out. Like I said, I get about 50 emails a week leading up to Black Friday from different tech websites.
Anthony, what I miss? You missed everything.
You missed a lot.
You missed everything. We're at the end, but you can watch the replay. It'll be posted in just a minute.
Night from England.
Good night, Faye. All right, guys, we will see you next Friday for our Tech Friday posts. We're going to be pretty busy this week packing orders for my collection launch, so we might be a little bit quiet in the group, but I have a ton of video trainings planned for the next few weeks to help get you guys ready for the holidays.
Compliments on the 50s outfit. I like it too. I think it's cute.
Thank you, guys. Did you find a good label printer yet? No, we did not. We're going to wait till Black Friday to even look.
However, interrupting her real quick. If you get on Etsy, when you go to print the orders and you go to download them, I don't know if you're doing this, but obviously there's an option when you're printing them that is specifically for a size label printer. So make sure you're downloading them in that format. I don't know if I'm sure you are, but just make sure you are. But I am still looking into try to find one that's actually worth getting for now.
Yeah, we'll keep you guys posted on that. I personally like to cut my labels out. It just makes things super duper cheap. So
yeah. So if you're having any problems with your current label printer, make sure you're printing them out in the right format.
Yes.
All right, guys.
All right, this has been super duper fun. Sorry for the icky, nasty spammer who posted really gross stuff in the comments.
Multiple spammers.
Oh yeah,
it was a bad one today.
Yeah, and then all of our tech issues where we were yelling and getting angry. And
I don't know what's going on.
We'll try to fix it by next week. All right, guys, I had a lot of fun, so we will see you next Friday. Bye.